Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. We talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Ernst Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our video. Now we're starting to get to some bigger bowl games. You've got the North Carolina Tar Heels out of the ACC, who had a decent year going 8-4, but probably fell short of some people's expectations for the Tar Heels at the beginning of the year. They're playing a West Virginia team out of the Big 12 that also went 8-4, that probably exceeded some expectations that people have for the Mountaineers at the beginning of the year. And they're in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. And both these teams, it would be nice to cap off their season by getting their 9th win of the year. But unfortunately, both teams have some opt-outs. But the Tar Heels, they especially have an opt-out problem because Drake May, he's not playing in this game, which is totally expected because of the fact that he's going to be a high draft pick next year in the NFL. And also, Tez Walker is not playing in this game as well. Omarion Hampton, for now, it looks like he's going to be playing for North Carolina, and that's great for the Heels on the ground. He'll be able to help out North Carolina's offense with a backup quarterback in Connor Harrell, who's going to be playing. But if West Virginia realizes that Carolina's struggling to pass the ball, then they're going to be able to shut down Omarion Hampton a lot easier if Carolina has to rely so much on the ground game. In West Virginia, they're not the best offensive team in the world, but Garrett Greene had a fairly solid year overall, and he will be playing in this bowl game for the West Virginia Mountaineers. So that's definitely going to help out their chances of possibly on a win. As you can see, at 2,178 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 4 picks. So Garrett Greene did a really good job of taking care of the ball. And most of the other important offensive players are playing for West Virginia. The FBI predictor has UNC favored, but West Virginia is favored in the betting odds, so that kind of tells the real story. Both Mack Brown and Neal Brown have had successful records as head coaches in bowl games, but West Virginia has the edge here with less opt-outs, and North Carolina has more of their top guys not playing. Me and Austin Williams, we break down the Duke's Mayo Bowl, and whether we believe that North Carolina can get this bowl win without some of their significant players, and Mack Brown can lead the Tar Heels to their 9th win this year, or do we believe that West Virginia will be able to win this game over the North Carolina Tar Heels, as most people are expecting, because the Tar Heels do have a lot of guys not playing? Can Neal Brown get another win to help keep himself off the hot seat and help the Big 12 be able to get a solid win for Bowl Mania?
Now we can talk about our predictions for this game. Our prediction, this is going to be in North Carolina's backyard, the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Jeffrey, I'll let you pick this game first. Who are you picking?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because having the game in North Carolina, it does help UNC. I do believe that. And the other thing that's interesting, and I haven't mentioned it until now, is that both these teams are not great in bowl games. North Carolina and West Virginia, they usually lose bowl games. So that's why the opt-out situation is very key. Since West Virginia has fewer opt-outs, that leans their way. That helps them out. North Carolina has more. So already a team is not a great bowl team. That's not great. You know, you talk about Neal Brown. He's been fairly good in bowl games when he was at Troy. 1-1 at West Virginia so far. Mack Brown had a great run of bowl games at Texas. Hasn't done as good at North Carolina, but I just think it's more of a North Carolina problem. They usually have a decent amount of opt-outs last few years, and then they lose these games against comparable teams because they've been around 8-4 a lot. So they're playing a decent team, and then they have more opt-outs. Like I said, if North Carolina had Drake May and this was a no opt-out game, I would pick North Carolina to win. Because being in North Carolina, having the better quarterback, having the better running back, yes, West Virginia's defense is better, but I think North Carolina would win if they had everybody playing and they were playing hard. But unfortunately, since both teams aren't great at bowl games, even though both coaches have been fairly solid, I just think that having more opt-outs, Omarion Hampton, he would be an X factor if Carolina wins. Because like I said, there's no way they win without him having a big day. But I just don't think Carolina's going to be able to get it done because West Virginia is going to figure out, especially if Connor Harrell cannot pass the ball consistently, then you're going to see North Carolina run the ball more to try to make up for that. West Virginia is going to figure that out. And if Carolina can't pass the ball good enough in the game, that will, cause a lot of issues. West Virginia, they're going to have a more balanced attack. I believe Garrett Greene, as long as he doesn't turn the ball over, they got more players playing. West Virginia is going to find a way to squeak this one out 28-24. I believe they will win. I think Carolina's defense, even though it's not very good, they might keep this game in the higher 20s just because West Virginia isn't the best offensive team in the world and they have a few opt-outs as well. But But since they have fewer opt-outs, even though Carolina's the home field advantage in a way being in North Carolina, and Omari and Hampton's presumably playing, I don't think it's going to be enough. I think West Virginia takes the game in a close one.
So, before I give my pick, like you said, if North Carolina wins this game, the player of the game is definitely going to be Omar Hampton. Probably no question about it. I think he's going to be a big piece, a vital piece, help the quarterback out. The O-line could really be one of those ones that you could give all of them the player of the game, especially if they keep the quarterback upright, because Carolina's had trouble doing that as well. But I think, Jeffrey, the home field advantage environment, there's going to be a lot of Sea of Carolina blue out there. I think North Carolina is going to call this game conservatively, play ball control, Omar Hampton, and I think Carolina squeaks it out at the end, 34-31. I got the Tar Heels winning. I think they do just enough on the run game, and the defense does just enough not to screw it up. And I think maybe West Virginia, makes a bad play or commits a turnover, and the defense makes them pay for it. The offense makes them pay for it. I got Carolina winning, and Carolina gets this dub, and Mack Brown, always good in the world of Carolina again.
Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below whether you think that North Carolina or West Virginia will win this bowl game and why, and what you think about me and Austin Williams' pick for the Dukes Mayo Bowl. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.